Rob, first and foremost, congratulations on your retirement.
Yes, I'm a different person now.
And just for our audience here, what did you retire from?
I was a firefighter, held the rank of acting platoon chief, retired after 30 years in the fire service.
And I know that you do a lot of work in this space to help mental health for first responders.
Yep.
Thank you, first and foremost, for all you do. It's kind of become a life work for you, hasn't it?
It is. It's. I'm not riding fire trucks anymore.
Yeah.
I need another purpose, and first responder mental health is really important to me.
Yeah. So here at the Invisible Wounds and Dalton Associates Seminar for First Responders for Families here today. So I know that you're involved with an organization called Boots on the Ground that offers 24/7 peer support.
Yes.
Can you explain how that works?
Sure. Boots on the Ground, we have a 1-800 number that's toll-free. First responders who are struggling and want to talk to somebody, they'll call that number, and it's answered by first responders, active or retired. Many have lived experience with mental health challenges. It's a totally anonymous. The only thing that we ask is what service you're from the standpoint of police, fire, EMS, corrections, nursing. That's it. We don't care. Sometimes we may ask your first name just so we can have a conversation. But other than that, it's anonymous. There's no call display. And we're there to provide peer support.
That's great. Now, is this just for first responders, or is this for families too, or?
So our initial target audience was police, fire, EMS, corrections, and dispatch. We took on nursing a couple of years ago, and we are on the cusp of taking on military as well, like veterans now. So we don't necessarily target families, but we do have an unwritten rule that we don't turn anybody away. So if it's a family member that's phoning, we're there for them. Right? We don't turn anybody away. We've had calls from corrections officers from Washington State. And although we're focused on Ontario, we still help the person out, right? Because we don't turn people away. I personally have taken a couple of calls from psychotherapists, which was kind of interesting because we usually go to them. Right? But you know what? Again, the psychotherapist was not a first responder, not our target audience, but we don't turn people away. If people phone, they're phoning because they're struggling, and we're going to help them.
What are some of the struggles that people are calling in about?
There's not a lot about problematic calls. It's more just day-to-day stuff that is going on in their lives that may be worsened because of their mental health challenges. So there are people who will call in and they're just struggling with an ex-wife, right? Or they're struggling with betrayal trauma from their organization, or they're struggling they're just struggling, right? Not necessarily specifically because of a bad call, but that may be in their past, their history. But yeah, we're there. Sometimes they do call and they are suicidal, and they'll reach out to us, right? So fortunately, that's a small segment of the people who call us.
And what happens when somebody calls in and they're suicidal?
So all of the volunteers at Boots on the Ground, we've all received peer support training. We've all received assist training as well. So we work with the person using the assist model to try to buy time, find hooks. At the same time, if we have a backup on the phone, like a backup as well, we'll contact that backup person and say, hey, I'm on the line with somebody who's suicidal. Try to get as much information as we can out of the person so that the backup person can call 911 and get the resources going to them.
It's hard to make that first call. What makes a first responder make that first call? Maybe to peer support, to boots on the ground?
Sure. A lot of organizations have their own peer support teams, which is great, but not everybody feels comfortable going to their own organization's peer support team. And there's various reasons why, people won't feel comfortable going to their own. That's what Boots on the Ground is. That's why we're there. That's because there was a need, realizing that not everybody is going to contact their own organization's peer support team.
Well, thanks for all you do, Rob. Can you just tell us the number to call for Boots on the Ground?
1-833-677-2668 or 1-833-677-BOOTS.
Thank you very much, Rob. We appreciate you talking to us today.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for all your work.
Thank you.